Hello, ready to embark on a journey to the depths of the universe? Today, we're going to explore the incredible process of how stars are born. When we look up at the night sky, we're actually witnessing the result of a long, complex process that began with a massive explosion in the distant past. But how exactly do stars come into existence? What stages do they go through, and what happens at the end of their life? In this video, we'll uncover the life cycle of stars, their role in the cosmos, and some surprising facts about their birth. So, if you're ready, let's take a cosmic journey and discover the mysteries of the universe. The birthplace of stars, nebulas. Stars are born in massive clouds of gas and dust, known as nebulae. These nebulae are often referred to as stellar nurseries. Think of them as the cosmic cradles where stars begin their journey. The gas and dust inside a nebula are primarily made up of hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. However, a nebula isn't just a passive cloud floating in space. Something causes the gas to start clumping together. The trigger, gravitational collapse. So, how do stars begin to form from these huge clouds? The answer lies in gravity. When a disturbance, like the shock wave from a nearby supernova explosion, hits a nebula, it triggers a gravitational collapse. The gas particles start to pull each other in, becoming denser and hotter as they condense. This process can take millions of years, but eventually, the pressure and temperature rise enough to start the nuclear fusion reactions that power stars. This marks the true birth of a star. Protostar stage, the early star. As the gas continues to collapse, it forms a protostar. A protostar is the early stage of a star, where it's not yet fully formed, but it's already glowing due to the heat from the gravitational collapse. During this phase, the star is unstable, constantly trying to balance the forces of gravity pulling inward and the pressure from the fusion reactions pushing outward. Eventually, when the temperature in the core reaches about 10 million degrees Celsius, nuclear fusion begins. This is when the star starts to shine brightly. Main sequence, the star's prime. Once fusion kicks in, the star enters the main sequence phase, which is the longest and most stable period in a star's life. In this stage, hydrogen atoms in the core are fused into helium, releasing vast amounts of energy. This energy produces light and heat, and it is this process that powers stars like our Sun. Main sequence stars can shine for billions of years depending on their size. Smaller stars, like red dwarfs, live longer, while massive stars burn out much faster. The end of a star, supernova and stellar remnants. Eventually, stars run out of fuel. The end of a star's life depends on its mass. For smaller stars, the core contracts and the outer layers are blown off, creating a white dwarf. Over time, a white dwarf cools and fades away. However, for massive stars, the process is much more dramatic. Once the core can no longer support the weight of the outer layers, it collapses in on itself, triggering a supernova, a massive explosion that can outshine an entire galaxy for a short period. After a supernova, the remnants can either form a neutron star or, if the mass is great enough, collapse into a black hole. The cycle continues, rebirth from the ashes. But here's the fascinating part. The death of a star isn't really the end. The explosion of a supernova disperses heavy elements like iron and carbon into space, which can later become part of new stars, planets, and even life. So, in a way, stars are constantly being reborn in the universe, forming, living, and dying in an endless cycle. This process not only creates new stars, but also enriches the universe with the elements necessary for life. Deep in the universe, stars are constantly born, complete their life cycles, and eventually die. but this allows new stars to be reborn. This infinite cycle, which has been ongoing for billions of years, contributes to the continuous creation of the universe. The next time you look up at the night sky, you'll know that the stars you see have gone through an incredible journey. It's truly astonishing, isn't it? If you enjoyed this content, you can support us by subscribing. See you in new discoveries, and thank you for your time.